Hi, this is Chris Brown of TPR Tools LLC, and I'd like to give you a brief introduction to squaring grand hammers and what the Grandwork squaring platform and hammer square can help you achieve. The purpose of squaring hammers, apart from clearance and orderliness and professionalism, is very specific. It's to have the hammer arrive at its strings vertically. If this happens and you fit the strings to the hammer surface, the strings will then be parallel to the key bed and you get a real soft pedal. Your regulation doesn't change as the soft pedal goes on. It means that you'll get a bounce that goes straight back. It means that the strings will be set in vertical motion. And you increase your power, you increase your tone, and you maximize your repetition. Now the problem is that it is, without good references, it is very difficult to know whether you have the hammers actually vertical, particularly on the flared hammers. So the idea of the squaring platform is that we create a surface that represents the key bed only raised to a height where we can have a reference that will provide us with that vertical. Now, when I got up this morning, I made a mistake. I went ahead with my work and I forgot to do a particular step. And that step here's the regulating rack with templates that represent the line of the strings. Look at it from behind. String heights along the strike line. So what happened was I forgot to raise this little rail, raising the hammers up to their strike, so that when I did my squaring, I did it with the hammer tail sitting on the squaring platform about 1/4 of an inch lower than it currently is. And when I realized I had already squared all the hammers, so anyway, this is what happened. In that 1/4 of an inch of elevation, we have a hammer that is no longer square. So the logic of this is that you need to have an accurate, or very close to accurate, string height to do your squaring. And you need to have a reference to square to that is accurate. So the squaring platform provides that foundation. It's the horizontal of the key bed. The hammer square, which articulates in for different width hammers. These are very wide hammers, so that's almost all the way out. Provides verticals from which to judge. So I'm just going to square this particular hammer. You may lose my voice to the sound of the heat gun. It doesn't take long. The entire set takes half an hour, 45 minutes to square up once you're in motion. And when you're learning it, it will take longer, but you will still produce a virtually perfect job. If you have an assistant, you can have your assistant do this work for you. Okay. You can see that with a very small amount of effort I've corrected that. Now, had I not corrected that, if I just kept on going and didn't realize, all of the hammers in this set would have been slightly, it's only slightly, but it still makes a difference. They would have been slightly off to one side, which means the surface of the hammers would be slightly tilted, which means when you fit the hammers to the strings by string lifting, your strings would not be parallel to the key bed. It's these small details that add up to a best potential, and if you have your hammers addressing their strings vertically and your strings fit to those hammers, you will increase your chances of success with your voicing and your regulating, and with relatively few jobs you will have paid not only in time for the tools that provide you with this service, but you will also have customer raves and satisfaction. And this is the Grandwork squaring platform, hammer square, custom key bed holding the action at the moment, the regulating rack that provided the string heights, and altogether known as the Grandwork regulation station. It's from TPR Tools at tprtools.com. Thank you very much.